So to wrap up this week, we're going to start by looking at what our quiz is going to look like tomorrow so that we are ready for that. On tomorrow's quiz, there's going to be two types of questions. The first is just going to be asking you to substitute and simplify like we did on Monday and Tuesday. That's going to be a multiple choice question that really isn't a multiple choice question. The second type will be asking you to solve like you did yesterday. This lesson is just meant to introduce you to how the problems are set up so you can be ready for tomorrow on your first quiz of the quarter, and so you can have your grade where you need it to be outside of the Math Excel, which is in your control. A few examples for the first type. First off, even though you see multiple choice on this, please understand I am not going to be checking your multiple choice options, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Other than that, it says choose a result that occurs when you substitute and simplify. That means our three steps where we substitute, distribute, and combine. And as long as we get those three steps, we should be okay. So looking at this question, what we're going to do is put a box around the y, put a box around the 4x plus 1, put a box around the other y. Again, this is what we've learned to do. Then we write everything in front of the box, which is 8x minus. We trade out the y for 4x plus 1, and then we put equals 9. Now the trick here is, remember that this negative means that we are going to switch everything in there. So we end up with 8x minus 4x, and then this ends up as minus 1 equals 9, which then, when I put my like terms together, 8x minus 4x makes 4x minus 1 equals 9. And so when you look at these options, 4x minus 1 equals 9, the answer is going to be B. I want you to think about the fact that I don't even grade this part. I am looking for this part of your work. So if you don't have this part of your work, your answer is going to be wrong. I don't care if you have the right one circled. I had a student tell me that they guessed on an assignment yesterday. I can't give you credit for guessing. You have to show me the work if you want the credit for this. So just kind of keep that in mind for those of you who might just think you can circle A, B, C, or D and hope that it's right. I am looking at your work, not the letter. Looking at example B, choose a result that occurs when you substitute and simplify again. So looking at this, we again put a box around the x, put a box around the 2y plus 3. Since that's an x, we put another box around this x. We then write everything in front of the box, which is 3. X turns into 2y plus 3, and then plus y equals 8. We then distribute 6y plus 9 plus y equals 8. And again, finish it off first if you want credit. 6y plus y makes 7y plus 9 equals 8, which is A. Again, keep in mind, I need for you to make sure that you show all three of these steps before you circle that. What I have other students do in the past is they do this step, they write some stuff for this, and then just kind of write whatever they say the answer is. Don't even pay attention to this until you finish it, and then go back and see if there's anything there. If something's wrong, go back, check your work, and fix it. Look and see if it matches, because these aren't set here to confuse you. These are just here to kind of guide you along the right track. Alright? Do keep in mind, again, the multiple choice options are there to assist you. I am not checking the letter. I am looking at what you have over here. This is all that I am looking for on the quiz tomorrow. So you might have A circled for yourself, but I am not looking over here. This is more for you, so to make sure that if you make a mistake, you know where you messed up, or you know that you messed up because what you got doesn't match what's over here. Again, if you do not have proper work for these questions, then you miss all the credit for that problem. So kind of keep that in mind as you do it. The second type of problem is just testing your ability to complete the solving process. This will not be multiple choice, but hopefully after you've done the multiple choice questions, you should be warmed up and ready for it. So let's look at the questions that are on this, and then let's get ready to work. The first one just says find x. Again, on this one, we put y in the box, 2x minus 12 in the box, y in the box. Everything in front of the box, 4x minus, y turns into 2x minus 12, and then equals 26. Once again, this negative means switch everything in there, so 4x minus 2x plus 12 equals 26. You then take these two things, 4x minus 2x, which is 2x plus 12 equals 26. And from there, that was the 3 steps we just did. Now we actually solve it because we want x, so we subtract 12, 2x then equals 14, divide by 2, and x equals 7. And that would be our answer. Okay? So again, just kind of keeping that in mind. That's really what's going on. It's the same thing you did before, except now you finish it off. This is yesterday's work that a lot of you did so well on. So, and even those who didn't do so well, you still were on the right track. And for me, what I'm probably going to do is give you a couple points on this, not just 1 point where it's wrong if you didn't find x. As long as you've got your steps in line, then you'll probably get some points for it, and it won't kill your whole test or quiz score. The second question that we're going to look at again is just going to ask us to find y. So we have x here. It's equal to 2y minus 2. We have another x down there. Everything in front of the box is 3. X turns into 2y minus 2. And then plus y equals 15. From there we distribute 6y minus 6 plus y equals 15. 6y and y make 7y minus 6 equals 15. Add your 6 to both sides to get rid of it. 7y equals 21, and when you divide by 7, you get the answer of y equals 3. So again, kind of keep that in mind. Make sure you're on top of that. And to make sure you're on top of that, what you need to do now is go ahead and grab the worksheet for the day, which has these parts here, and then it has this stuff here on the back. So what I need you to do is work alone right now on that worksheet. Come up and get it after you actually go ahead and turn in your computers, and then come and get it so you can go ahead and go from there. But like I said, the main thing is come get that worksheet, work alone on that worksheet, and then what we will do is discuss the questions as a class after everything is said and done. But I need you to work alone so I know that you're at least getting to practice. If you have a question, please bring it to me or Mrs. Hines so that we can help you out. But again, talking to each other at this point is not allowed in terms of helping each other. Just go ahead and work as hard as you can. And if you have an issue with something, if you have a question on it, you can bring it up. But for the most part, keep in mind that we will be going over this pretty soon as a class, and you can kind of check yourself and see where you stand on that afterwards. So good luck, and like I said, turn your computers in and go ahead and get your worksheet from there.